Porsche got a really sweet deal from Electrify America, and I'm kind of jealous because I'm a reservation holder for Audi e-tron, and we're not going to get anywhere near as good of a deal as Taycan customers will. I'll tell you what it is coming up next.
Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric.
Welcome to E4 Electric, your #1 source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, go ahead. Don't be afraid. Just click on that subscribe button. It's free, and that way you won't miss anything moving forward. And let me give a quick shout out to one of my newer Patreons, Greg Hughes. Thank you so much for joining my Patreon community here at patreon.com/E4Electric. You can watch me live there, but most importantly, thank you so much for supporting me, being an independent full-time electric car YouTuber. If you want to support me there, please go ahead, and that link is also in the description of this video. All right, so let's talk about Porsche Taycan. This is really one of the better pictures that they had on their Media Kit website. It looks like they have some front-end damage, but I don't want to show you this very often because this was their sort of a concept car. It was called Mission E. Obviously way cooler, but really it's going to be kind of a Panamera looking car. All right, so as you know, it's coming at the end of the year, and this is going to be like the first car that will be able to take a charge up to 350 kilowatts. And it's, of course, Electrify America, that's kind of partially shut down right now, as you probably know, for some kind of a precautionary reasons. They will be the only charging network, with Ionity in Europe being the other one that will be able to accommodate that. Now, originally, Porsche was building out their own charging network. That's what they said, and they were going to install the fast chargers at their dealerships, which is a little less than 200 in the US. But today, they struck a deal with Electrify America. At least they announced it. And they're saying that basically when you buy a Taycan, Porsche Taycan, you will be able to get up to 3 years, actually 3 years of free fast charging from Electrify America. And now, each session cannot be longer than 30 minutes. That's kind of a limitation. But in those 30 minutes, you should be able to charge the car pretty much to 80%, or very much close to that. So that shouldn't really be a concern. Now, by the way, Electrify America, this is an amazing deal because there's no such deal in place with any other manufacturer. You know that I'm a Audi e-tron reservation holder, and what we're going to be getting is 4 years. In 4 years, we're going to get about 1,000 kilowatt hours, which is really barely kind of enough for one trip per year, by my calculations. So but at the same time, it might just be enough. It's definitely something, but it's nothing close to basically being able to use these pretty much free of charge for 3 years. This is obviously something that now they're going to, be able to do better than Tesla, because Tesla is just pretty much about to stop any type of free supercharging donation, as I call it, to their new customers. By the way, before I go any further and kind of tell you how interesting it is, because the Volkswagen Group owns the Electrify America, but also Porsche. Before we get into that little triangle, let me remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by the StarmanGifts.com, the home. Oh, where's this? Here it is. This is my copy of The Adventures of Starman. There's a discount code in the description of the video, so you can grab this and many other cool things that they sell over there. I think people love their t-shirts, and if you're a SpaceX or Elon Musk fan, this is a great place for you to check it out. The discount code in the description of this video. Okay, so as you know, Volkswagen Group had the little boo-boo, actually huge one. It's called Dieselgate, and as a punishment for that, as many punishments for that, and people going to jail and all that stuff, they had to create Electrify America and Electrify Canada with, I think, $2+ billion budget to start building a fast charging network in the United States, which they have done. They have started. Now, by the time, by the way, Taycan is going to be on the market here in the United States, they should have up to 500 almost charging stations here in the US, and also by then they're supposed to install the fast charging stations at the Porsche dealerships, which is almost 200. So there should be good number of these available for Taycan. For Taycan owners and drivers. By the way, Electrify America is not cheap, so this is a good deal, because I just did a comparison video between them and even the newer, much higher rates of Tesla superchargers, and Electrify America is almost as expensive as charging a gas car, some people are saying. But it is $1 per session, and then anywhere from 30 to 35 cents per minute. And of course, if your car can take a much higher charge like Taycan can, you can really get your money worth. And then if you don't show up after 10 minutes, once your car is done charging, they'll charge you 40 cents per minute of idle fees. So that's their fee structure. So this is a pretty good deal. Now, Volkswagen Group owns both Porsche and Audi. Now, Audi got this deal where, again, 1,000 kilowatt hour for 4 years, but Porsche somehow got this sweet deal of 3 years. I don't know. I reached out to Electrify America and I say, listen, we're treating all the brands the same, whether they owned by our parent company or not. We're an independent entity, which they are. But you know, whatever deal we're feel comfortable or whatever both sides negotiated, that's the deal that stays. And I understand that, right? So I've reached out to Audi. I haven't heard from them. Maybe I'll update this video some other time or make another video. You know, I'm curious to see what happened there because I'd love to have that. This is a big deal. I mean, granted, I don't really take my all-electric car, which right now is Model S, on the long-distance trips because I have a Volt for that. And I know I'm using a little bit of gas, but you know, the charging times are too long for me at the superchargers. So, but yeah, no, listen, this is a very, very a sweet deal for Taycan owners. And again, just a little jealous. Let me know, is something like this will actually persuade you guys into buying, let's say, Taycan over another car of a similar price, or maybe even Tesla Model S, because that's what essentially is going to be their competitor? Let me know in the comment section. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.